You still my baby. It don't matter if you're black or white. I call my baby on a Saturday night. If you want to believe in equality, then to stop kick you wrong or you're right. You're not my baby. It don't matter if you're black or white. Hey, people, I ain't gonna be here but a minute. Let me see Uncle Tim do a video this late. No, I only did a video this late because I just now watched this Candice Owens interview on the Breakfast Club, right? Hi, Michael Todd Robinson. I just watched that video. You know, there's so much stuff to watch, and I got around to it. And ordinarily, I would never listen to anything that woman was speaking on or part of. I would never watch her on Fox. She's from Fox TV or whatever, Fox News. I've never heard her finish a sentence because I find her so disgusting to me. Disgusting as a human being, as a know-it-all, as a self-proclaimed intellectual. I can't stand it. But I said, well, listen, Timothy, if you're going to go around and you're going to say you can't stand people, you ought at least know why you can't stand them, right? So I said, let's give it a chance. First of all, let me say this. Let me preface by saying this. I don't have no problem with interracial dating or marriage. None. I myself was involved in 2 interracial relationships. I consider the primary one the love of my life. I don't have a problem with it at all. But this Candice Owens woman, she was on the Breakfast Club this morning. And first she was telling us all about the breakdown of the black people, all about the breakdown of the black man. She talked all extensively about a black man putting on a dress, the what do you call it? The feminizing of black man. And she black, right? She's supposed to be some kind of spokesman for black, trying to draw black people into that bullshit ass party of hers, because she want to call herself a conservative. I was disappointed in Charlemagne the God and them. They let her go over there and just speak every thought she ever had in her mind. They didn't not confront her on anything. We know that Charlemagne and other people who are people of color on that channel had to disagree with a whole lot of the bullshit she was spewing. But they let her say, oh, I understand, Candice. Oh, I understand where you're coming from. What the fuck is that? A few minutes later, Charlemagne's on there talking about all the failings of Donald Trump. We can't stand his ass. Tell the truth, shit. She's over there talking about how she tells the truth about every goddamn thing, child. You tell the truth. Listen here. I'm not an intellectual. I don't deceive myself and think I'm smarter than the average bear, but I value my opinion. I am a human being, a person, right? So here's what I think about Miss Candice Owens. All this talk about the relationship between black men and black women. How dare you, woman? Then you're going to talk about how you married a white man. Oh, that's different. He connected me on the soul level. And bitch, you're the last person to be on here discussing the black love if you ain't going to participate in it. You feel me? I'm just saying. I'm just telling you how I feel. I don't got a problem with white people, Chinese people, Ethiopian people. I don't care. If you love somebody, you just love them. Correct? But I don't see you being the spokesperson for these particular relationships. You're constantly speaking on what the black man should do, who the black man is, how the black man's deceived, her role, the woman's role, how they supposed to be together. This is everything that the Democrats try to do in this world to be fair to other people. Girl, you're against. Then I said, well, this is just another woman's perspective, whatever, right? Until we got to the LGBTQ. She has quite a bit to say on that subject as well. Until we are all free, nobody's free, bitch. I'm just telling you how I really feel, girl. You sit up here, you don't even want the trans people to figure out a way to go to the goddamn toilet, right? But you're so concerned about human rights. As long as human rights applies to you. But by you not being concerned about other people tells me I should not be concerned about you, girl. It was a horrible performance. And I'm so disappointed in the Breakfast Club. Y'all should have confronted her. She won't have a debate. She always want to run her goddamn mouth. She thinks she's so motherfucking smart. Why didn't you challenge her on anything? Oh, the black people did better on Donald. What the fuck did Donald Trump do for black people? What did he do? The stimulus check? Wasn't that for all people? Stupid ass. She gonna ignore that racist ass motherfucker. Sit up here with what was it, 90-something charges all over America, girl. People who done rape people who and then access Hollywood tape. He said he liked to grab women by the pussy. Then he's convicted of doing just what he said he wanted to do. He did it. He had already admitted to it that he does that. No telling how many have already been paid off. He's been a racist, misogynist. You remember all of Miss Candice Owens, since you're such a conservative. Do you remember all? Now I'm talking about all Republicans here. I'm talking about Donald Trump specifically. Donald Trump, with all of these debts and all of these losses, girl, and all of this scamming and all of the lies. Aren't you offended by somebody who lies that compulsively all through their life? And it says they're worth all these billions and billions and billions of dollars. And now he's on there today begging for change from his goddamn subscribers, girl. What is he, a YouTuber? You ignore that he fucking got convicted of sexual impropriety, other words, rape. That doesn't bother you, even though he admits that he does it. He does it because you're a celebrity. You can do it. Grab him by the pussy. That's what you're supporting? I'm so offended by that woman. And then she always, when she says something about LGBT, the LGB, whatever they call them and all that kind of, bitch, get your ass off the land. You don't belong around decent peoples, girl. I can't believe they sit up there and let that bitch talk all that shit. Nigga, if you want to be for the rights of any kind of people on this planet, if you want anybody to be treated fairly, girl, then we must all be treated fairly, dumbass hoe. And nobody give a fuck about you think you're smart. Who gives a fuck? Oh, I couldn't find a man as smart as me. Have the intellectual conversation. Oh, Miss Thing, because you are a disgusting pig. That's why you couldn't find a man, girl. You want to marry somebody with to share your intellect, Miss Thing? What about love? What's love got to do with it? It didn't sound like it had nothing to do with it. You was trying to pretend like, I married him because this thing. You married a man because you were attracted to him, right? You had babies with him. That means you had sex with that man, girl. Just you talking about you so honest. I'm so honest. I'm just real. I'm just honest. I'm just real. Miss Thing, you can't even admit that you were attracted to your husband, girl. You try to clean it up, but you can't even admit that you like white men, girl. You went on this whole story about, at one time, have you ever been with a black man? One time, I had this thing about Asians. We weren't talking about Asians. We were talking about black men, girl. Since you have so much goddamn advice and so much insight to the black love, girl. Right? I was just talking about Asian men. Every kind of man, except for the man that you're talking about. So you want to be the spokesman for black men and women and their relationships, girl. I don't think you fit the bill, Miss Thing. I really don't. It was so disgusting to me. You were so offended. Yeah, they had a woman in the bathroom. Well, you're still trying to attack the little people, right? At one time, the black people was the little people, and now the trans people are going through hell, right? People don't even want to be able to use the bathroom, girl. And you got to drag your stinking ass. You're not a decent person. You know who was a decent person? Barack Obama. He came in with similar views that most of us had, girl, being raised up in the same churches by the same people, right? And he had to take a look and say, well, why are we mistreating these people, right? Lit the whole goddamn White House up with the rainbow flag. Why? Because we're already here, because we're all people, girl. All men are created equal, right? Whatever happened to judge a man by the content of his character, not the color of his skin or who he's sleeping in the bed with. You don't want the black people, the pro-black people, to judge you for the color of the person you're in the bed with, girl. But yet you want to judge who other people who they're in the bed with. What kind of sense does that make? And I don't think you're nearly as smart as you say you are, Miss Candice Owens. There's somebody I don't like. I don't like Dave Chappelle because I don't like all his attacks on these trans people. I just don't feel all that at all. So I feel like you're trying to step on the small people you can get away with it. But he said something profound. I hope I can remember it. apparently Dave Chappelle in one of his routines said that Candice Owens was the most articulate idiot he'd ever met. I'm paraphrasing. The most articulate idiot. That's what you sound like, girl. Making all these arguments for Donald. Girl, are we not all? Are 300 million people not watching Donald Trump dissolve? Case after case after case after case. He's supposed to be running for president, right? This motherfucker got so many cases piled up, girl, and so many millions, and then now they about to approach the billions, girl, of money he done ripped everybody off. Doesn't that mean anything, girl? Doesn't lying mean anything to you, girl? You're so, I'm conservative. I think Donald Trump's a better president. What y'all think? Did y'all watch Candice Owens on the Breakfast? I don't even know why she's on there. Apparently her and Charlamagne have been friends at some point, somewhere, girl. And so he let her on there. I think that was wrong. You are a Democrat. I don't give a goddamn what you want to admit to. You want to be like Don Lemon said, oh, I'm independent. Oh, I don't go either way. I just both sides fairly and all that bullshit. You are a Democrat. And you let that woman come on there and make all of them goddamn points about how wonderful the Republican Party is. You did not interject anything. You did not disagree with a goddamn thing she said. That was wrong. It was cowardice. I don't know if you consider that to be a big interview or whatever it was. It was coward. You should have challenged her. She wants to challenge every goddamn body and every goddamn thing, right? And she wants to go into your bedroom and tell you what you and your woman's supposed to do and how you're supposed to think. And it's all, it's just about the intellectual. Girl, nobody gives a fuck about your intellect, Miss Thing. We're talking about real people, human beings, Miss Thing. How could you not see Donald Trump is a goddamn piece of shit? Finally caught. He thought he got away with all his crimes when he became the president, right? But they were waiting right at the door. As soon as he got his ass out of office, honey, the whole goddamn building fell on his ass because of who he is. And what he is. You totally ignored it. You didn't say a goddamn thing about not one of them charges brought against him. Nothing. You ain't say a damn thing about him putting his hands under women's dresses, right? You didn't say a goddamn thing about him being fined $5 million, girl, and then he's still coming after a woman again and get fined $85 million, girl, right? And he's still an arrogant asshole, and now he's set up here and facing a judgment, one of the biggest judgments in America. Oh, that's different. He did so much for the black man. He did. Joe Biden had to come into office and save us from your illustrious leader, girl. We had a one-way ticket to hell. So I appreciate our current president. Why? Because he came in there and got that crook out of office, honey. And he's going to do it again, Miss Candice Owens, girl. And don't be dragging your ass over here now. You so pro-black. You every other word come out your mouth now. You pro-black. I'm pro-black. I'm pro. Why are you in the Republican Party? Well, maybe I'll get a tax break. I mean, what is the point? Don't they have enough representation, girl? What y'all doing? What y'all think? Can't stand that woman. I knew I couldn't stand it. I would hear a little, as soon as she's opened her mouth, I would just leave. Today, I watched most of it. She's so concerned about the transgender community. That's the new niggas. She jumped her ass in there. She want to fit her ass, whatever you say to her. But girl, have you ever dated a black man? Yes. I remember I had this obsession with the Asian Americans. My first boyfriend was a Japanese. Then I married a Chinese. Miss Thing, you totally bypass the subject, Miss Thing. All they wanted to know is, since you're such an authority on black love, girl, what is your experience with it? Right? Since you have all the advice and you're gonna tell everybody else how to live, and they're supposed to marry for money and all this whole bullshit Republican views. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Don't give them people no welfare. Don't give them people no help. Why they give them goddamn stimulus check? Don't give them nothing. All your damn views, girl. We don't give a fuck about your views. You are a nasty bitch. That's what you are. I have an opinion like you got one, right? You were born with an asshole, and so was I, girls. So I don't buy this bullshit. Oh, I'm so smart. My mind is going so much. I'm intellectual. I'm intellect, girl, and that is important to you, your mama, your daddy, the people in your family. That is who's impressed with your intellect, girl. Because it's not a true intellect, Miss Thing, because you don't think things through, right? You're still trying to justify your hatred of damn near everything, girl. But you got to answer for every goddamn thing. You're a pig. Let me shut up. I have never seen Uncle Tim do a video. Okay. Yeah, we on a little late. I already took my sleeping pill, so I ain't going to be here but a minute. Hi, Juicy Marble. Everybody always up in somebody else's bedroom, girl. I mean, I couldn't believe it, child. I couldn't believe it. He should have pursued the line of questioning, honey, about why, since you're so concerned about the experience of the Black love, the Black family, the Black experience, yet you have got no experience at all by your choice, girl. Correct? And you come up here going all the way to Asia. What's that supposed to prove? All that proves is that you just don't have respect for the Black male. I can relate, girl. Maybe you have bad experiences, Miss Thing, or maybe you just like what you like. It's fine to like what you like, Miss Thing. It is when you get to criticizing other people for their choices, girl. They were born with one set of balls. They can make their own goddamn decisions. You weighing on everything. Your Republican views. Sitting over here, one of 5 niggas on the goddamn channel. Yeah, I only go once a week. When they fired him, I didn't want to come and pimp my views. My views. Girl, they still looking at you. But as soon as you turn your back, girl, you still a nigga. Take that to the bank. Bitch, I know. Women, do y'all agree with Miss Candice? Oh, is that the way you want for your spokesman? She gonna tell you about all how you go what the Black man experience is. You're not a man, first of all. You're not married to a Black man. You don't know a goddamn thing about a Black man. The closest you can get is an Asian man, girl. So how in the fuck you gonna come on here with your arrogant, retarded ass, girl? And you know you want to give all the advice. You know everything about the relationship in African American relationships. I just don't think you're the right person. I don't think you should even speak on it. Why even speak on it, girl? I gave up a long time ago trying to explain to people about what I like. If I like strawberry ice cream, nigga, that's what I like. And that's what I'm going to buy with my money in my pocket. You got it? Right? Not you. How y'all doing tonight? Well, you been, Malcolm Todd Robinson? I ain't seen you in a while. I'm still over here running my mouth, child. Being loud and ignorant. Can't stand her. She's disgusting. She got so much to say about the immigrants. She got so much to say about homeless people. She had so much to say about the drug addicts. What the fuck you know about drug addicts, girl? You know all the answers about all the solutions about homelessness. Really? How many days you spent out there in the trenches, girl? I'm just saying. You seem like to me you want to pretend to be one of the in crowd, the majority. Lionheart, Nikki with the eye patch balloon. How y'all doing tonight? I said, no, I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed. Child, damn thing popped up. A black cow. She's trying to get Black votes. Child to come over and hear how wonderful Donald Trump is. I can't believe they even allowed her to come over and say that. The man is under in so many indictments, girl. Who can even keep up with them? Not to mention all the impeachments. He had 2 impeachments when he was in office, child. How can you just ignore all that? And talking about you an intellectual. I think you're stupid. So I finally agree with something Dave Chappelle said. What he said was, that is the most articulate idiot I've ever encountered. Okay. It's better to let certain people just talk without interrupting so they look more and more stupid. No, Breakfast Club making her look like she was sane. They even had me listening to her ass for a minute. till she got around to the LGBT, the LG, whatever those numbers are, whatever, just dismissing whole sections of people. Then we supposed to respect your goddamn opinion. You sit over there with the goddamn peckerwoods and put your ass in slavery. Dumbass. Think they like you? Look at the audience. Sit up there on the stage with you and Donald Trump. Y'all the only black dots in the goddamn crowd. That ought to tell you something, girl. Right? Did your family come from a shithole country too? Mine did. Shithole, right? Isn't that how Trump described them? Why he's grabbing women by the pussy? You saying the same thing a lot of other tubers. I didn't see nobody else talking about it. I said, no, I don't want to go to bed with this one. I'll come on here for a minute, you know. We're going to get a check before he got to the White House. We were going to get a check before we got to the White House, child. The country was in free fall. What else were we supposed to do, child? They had to come up with solutions, Miss Candice Owens, and I'm sure they didn't call your punk ass, your Fox News ass girl to get your opinion. Like I just hate people who think they're so goddamn smart. When I'm listening to you, I'm saying, girl, if you're smart, I ought to be able to relate to something here. No, this is propaganda, girl. You calling everything else propaganda. You are propaganda, bitch. Why are you over here trying to fuck with black people, girl? And you know you're a fucking Republican. They don't want our ass. They don't like us. When they paying that goddamn audience, you got one dot over here. Go over 5 rows. You got one more black dot. He got 3 of them lined up behind him, girl. How can you be so stupid? You're supposed to be so smart. Is that how you justify your family, your relationships, your children? Right? We're different because I'm smart. You am surprised. What you surprised about, Goonies? Uncle Tim is doing a video about Candice Owens over the huge blow up that was on TGIF the other night. What happened on TGIF? They going at each other? Goonies, there is so much stuff on YouTube, honey. There are so many people to watch, so many stations to watch. I can't watch everything, your child. Right? So I don't have no idea what went over on TGIF. I think I clicked on there at one point. They would argue like they're arguing with each other. That's going to happen till they get to know each other. I don't know, but I don't like people to feel like that their opinion or their views are less important to somebody else because they're a blowed up blowhead and they get online talking about how smart they are all day. No, you come across to me just like brother Dave Chappelle. Listen, that brother Dave Chappelle said, girl, an articulate idiot. That's how you sound. That's why you still got your ass over there. It doesn't bother you, girl, when you sit down in the room and realize that, well, damn, it's only 2 black people here. Right? So why are you over here giving their story, their side, girl? Why are we going to pretend they're not racist? And didn't they, wasn't there an insurrection on the White House? Didn't we see the kind of people he supported? Right? Didn't he call neo-Nazis decent people? How can you ignore all that, Candice Owens, and sit your stinking ass up in the middle of this whole crowd of white, girl? And as I said, I don't got a problem with white people. It ain't that, this thing is that you offend thee. The Bible say, if your sin offend you, the Bible says somewhere in it that if thine eyes offend thee, pluck them out. So I'm plucking your ass out. Mine will stay intact. Brother Blaine, please believe that white man Candice married was probably her best match. I seriously doubt there were any brothers really interested in being. Everybody's a monolith, so there's no smart black people, huh? She totally discounts everybody. Rap singers took over the music market here in the United States. I mean, they went from 0 to 100. They control it. She discounts that because she don't like that word. Oh, it's the wrong image. They supposed to be like me. But think they're multimillionaires, though. I would say they'll be extremely successful. Everybody is not the same. Everybody's not from the same background, girl. Everybody does not have the same desires, girl. You think, oh, you can go to college like Jay Wilson. Go to college. You got Miss Thing. A lot of people don't have no desire to go to college, girl. I want to build cars, Miss Thing, and they've done it. Have you not turned the goddamn internet on, girl? I think there's a lot of people who are successful, Miss Thing. It ain't just you married a white man, Miss Thing. And I can keep saying, I have to emphasize, I do not have a problem with interracial dating because I liked it. I liked it. I fell in love with a man who loved me. He worshiped my dirty draws, girl. This is a person. I responded to a person who loved me. Therefore, I loved him, honey. I don't think it was all about what color is he? Where did he come from? And all this kind of shit. Like you all going to climb in the bed with us, girl. Or be all nasty and shit. You got nerve to be a judgmental about some goddamn body. You so worried about a transgender taking a piss in Texas some goddamn where, girl, or motherfucking Ohio some goddamn where, and it's such a the LGB whatever all that. You don't have the capacity to care about other people, Miss Candice Owens. That's why you were never able to run for office in this people that you love so much. Why didn't they run you for office since you're so smart? Right? Kamala's a black woman. She made it. Somehow she made it. Why they run you, girl? Since you were such a kiss ass, and you're one of their contributors over there, girl, right? And you agree with pretty much everything the Republicans say, girl, because you are conservative. You are fuck all them niggas in the goddamn ghetto. You don't give a fuck. Isn't that what you said, girl? You don't give a goddamn, don't give them no welfare. So what did the children, what the children go out and digging trash cans to get food? Dumbass. Anyway. What do I think? Tiffany, Uncle Tim, what do you think about Andrew Caldwell getting fired from the radio station? Baby, I'm amazed that Andrew Caldwell got hired at the radio station, right? That is quite a character. But at least he's willing to work. I don't know. I definitely ain't followed that. I forgot all about him. Is he still hollering and screaming at people, using foghorns in their ears? I mean, admittedly, Andrew Caldwell came online to tell the truth. I think he was being totally honest when he said he was born with mild retardation. So Andrew Caldwell is not on the same plane as the rest of us. So just that he had a job, I think is impressive. He's been able to turn out, I'm not gay no more, turn that into his own personal fortune, right? So I'm sure it's very funny to watch. Maybe I'll look in there. Don't let nobody else tell you who you can love and who you cannot love. Wasn't it a part of civil rights? I mean, there was a time, dumbass Candice Owens, when if you were attracted to your boyfriend, right, they just hang you. I mean, primarily it was with the men. If a man looked at a white woman with lust in his eyes, they just kill him. So isn't that what you were fighting against? And now that you have it, although she doesn't have that in her circumstance, right? She wants to speak on your life and then have hers separate from that. She is removed from that because she's smart, or so she says. Mm-hmm. Impression. Okay, nobody knows. A man and a shake. I need to work on my impressions. Oh, y'all better go over there and give your money to Jay Wilson. He over there. He on the job, honey. I can't say too much because my birthday's next month. I got to hold my peace, honey. Mm-mm. Who is Candice Ocean? I don't know who that is. She has a basic disrespect for black people. She don't respect any of us, honey. Right? If she was so in love with the black man and all this shit, Gerald, she would have married one. She would have fell in love with a black man because she was so in love with the black man, the black man experience. She wasn't. Did I miss the singing in the beginning? What was the song? I don't remember. Let me see. Over there. I called my baby on a Saturday night. She sent a message, come and doing it right. If you want to believe in equality, then two-step kick, you're wrong or you're right. You're still my baby. It don't matter if you're black or white. Da-da-da-da-da. That was it. Yes, I know I jumble the words. Anyway, wonderful people, I just wanted to get that off my chest, right? Don't be listening to people like that Candice Owens. She'll have you thinking that Donald Trump is a good person. Donald Trump has done so much for the black people. All that bullshit, girl, all the Republican talking points. But she gets nothing for it. They still think of her as well, I won't say the N-word, nigger. Where is Mickey B tonight? You missed the serenades, baby. I got to go. I already took my sleeping pills. I got to get out of here before it kicks in and I fall asleep on the desk. Y'all have a wonderful day. We'll talk again tomorrow. We'll see what else is going on. Later, people. Thanks for coming in.